morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
God, it is weird how Twitch is so delayed.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna open up my stream.
Scratch my back and I'm like, I just did that 30.
Yeah.
Just scratching my back.
I keep forgetting I have the Halo on this computer.
Turning notifications off.
It's feeling like fall now. It's nuts. I was
Ooh,
enjoying our extended summer.
I love fall.
Dude, you live in Arizona. You don't get to have input on fall because you
That's
don't have to
why
endure the winter.
I hate summers.
How cold,
That's why
how cold does Arizona get where you're at?
right right now this morning we were 67 when I walked outside, and then today's high is 99. So there's a 30-degree difference.
But how cold does it get in the winter? Quote winter unquote.
So usually we're in around mid 50s, like our coldest season. Um and like that would be probably like the average temperature. Because
Man,
then like the high will be like 60 something, the low sometimes can be like 48. Every once in a while we'll get to low 40s, but it's very rare.
we woke up in the 40s today.
Um, it's snowed twice in my entire life, like in the valley. And when I talk snow, I'm talking about just little flakes, like and in 1 hour they're gone.
I say you're born and raised
Yeah.
there, weren't you?
Yeah.
You ever gone sledding?
Yeah, we're only like 2 hours from snow when we go to Flagstaff. We go to the Snow Bowl every once in a while. It's actually been a while, so I'll probably take the kids this winter.
You should come to Iowa. Let's take you sledding. You're like, no, I'm not taking the
I've
kids.
actually never gone sledding.
Emily Lynn.
What?
I went ice skating for the first time in Vietnam out of all the places.
That's awesome. Were you any good at it? Because I was not.
I did not know how to ice skate, so I like learned as I went. And so I spent like, I'm not even kidding, 6 hours at the ice rink.
I know,
Oh
girl.
my gosh. And so now I know how to ice skate.
Fun.
It's
So
awesome.
hot.
It's kind of like roller skating, right? Like I went once.
I'd rather skate all day long. And like Sandy, you got some rollerblades, didn't you?
And I never used them the whole summer. I was too
Sandy
scared.
Lynn. It's fall. It's perfect. You can still do it. I want to see Whiskey pulling you on your rollerblades. I think that would be
You
I'm
fun.
will
here,
die.
like I'm asking for it if I let that happen. I
We're gonna put you in
swear.
bubble wrap, wrist guards, full
Yeah.
movement.
And I bought all of it. I bought the wrist guards, I bought the knee pads.
Sandy Lynn. You are pulling an Annie right now. You buy the shit and it goes in a closet. Don't you
I
dare.
know.
We're coming back to that. Well, today we are going to do a very baseline intro to Slack and why we use Slack for my real estate company. I just looked this up because I always want to know what Slack stood for, and it stands for Searchable Log of All Conversation and Knowledge. Conversation and knowledge.
Does it really?
Yes.
It
Conversation.
actually, oh my goodness.
So I'm like, huh, good thing.
Today I fucking learned.
Yeah, searchable log because it's searchable. And I think that's where I struggled best when I first joined. I was like, well, great, we have 5,000 channels. And well, no, like this is amazing. That this platform is some next level communication. Um, we're basically starting with logging in and logging out. Um, Biggest recommendation is if you're using a laptop, get the Slack app. download it. If you're using just a regular PC, go to the Play Store, whatever, get the Slack app. That's what we're looking at right now. I use the app on my computer. You can use the app on your phone, and we're going to talk about that in 3 weeks on Work It Wednesday. Not next week, but the week after. We're going to really hit the ground running on the app because they're all a little different. Like even the mobile, the website version, the web platform is just a little different than the app. But for all intents and purposes, this is your home base. Wow, looking at threads, probably should have. So there is some slightly informative information on here. But what we're going to talk about is basically getting logged in. Once you're logged in, how to utilize the actual platform. Down here, I cannot move my annotate very well, but once you get logged in, everybody can figure that out. If you can't, you're coming to Zoom. We're going to walk you through it. Just go to go to slack.com, log in. Can't, we're going to cross that bridge later. Then down here where your picture is, or where your initials will be, because you don't have a picture in there yet, I would highly recommend this is your first home base. Come down and make it your own. So come in and you can go to your profile and your preferences. We're going to start with profile because I like looking at myself. So you can edit, you can add your picture here. You can give yourself a title. Most of us are realtors, but like Nate, he's our transaction quality specialist. Yes. You can add your pronunciation if you have a fun name. You can change your active if you're in a meeting. And that's based on my Google Calendar, which I have linked, which we're going to get to next week with Sandy. Then contact information is here. If you want to add another email, feel free. But this is where I need y'all, as anybody that works for my real estate company. Please, please, please come in here. Put in your start date, put in your birthday, put in your bio, do all of that. So like, I didn't realize I could add my birthday. So next month, 11/11. You guys don't need to know that I'm the oldest. I'm the elder of the group. Woo, who cannot say it. 1982. Save my changes.
You never know it by talking to her, though.
Acting like I'm a child. And then add bio. I'm the transaction coordinator for my real estate company. I've also been a real estate agent. I'm here to help. Want to, put your stuff in here, but please put this stuff in. Highly recommended. You can edit your status. You can even view as a coworker at my real estate co to actually see what it looks. So this shows all the workspaces that I have access to. Now I don't know how to go back. Exit preview.
Like I'm learning about Slack, and just so you know, I didn't even know I could see that.
This is helpful because sometimes people's email, most of ours are first name dot last name at my real estate co. But please put it in here. And then also birthdays, just because I like to know, because I'm nosy and I hate social media's birthdays. So I'm going to close out of here. But then I'm going to come back to my picture, which by now you would have uploaded a headshot. And we're going to go to preferences. Preferences is massively important, and you need to make it for you. I personally am different than Nate. Nate loves his VIP status, so he has everybody at a certain area. That doesn't work for me. So this is all trial and error. You have to play with it, and to play with it, you actually have to use it. And I'm talking like 2, 3, 4 times a day. You should be coming in Slack at the bare minimum. So notifications, all new messages. If you do not want all new messages, just anything that's getting thrown in, you can do direct messages that mention you in any keyword. So if it's like at Holly, it'll show her a notification. You can do notify nothing. That is putting yourself at a disservice. Use different settings for your mobile devices. I do not. I like them similar, just for sake of convenience, but you can change it so that your phone does have different notifications, different awarenesses. Notify me when a huddle starts. If somebody wants to talk to me, I want to know about it. Notify me about replies. So that's why so much of this, we can get into some serious weeds, but your notification schedule, this is what Sandy changed my life. So allow notifications every day from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Past 10 p.m., no, this doesn't exist. I need a work-life balance. But if there is a 911 in Slack, because this is our communications avenue and knowledge. Everybody's got my phone number at this point, but right now your notifications, change it here. You can shorten it. I know some people work 11 to 7. Change it. We're not going to stop you. But remember, if there's something important going on, you can still come in and check it if you know something's coming up. Default reminder notifications. So when I have a reminder, we'll talk about that later on. My dog is scratching. Every day, all my reminders, I don't have to think about it. I can just do my reminder for tomorrow. All my notifications come in at 9 a.m. Boom, boom, boom. I have my list of to-dos. VIPs, this is what I was talking about. This is very much Nate's. You can manage your VIP preferences. Feel free. Sound and appearance. So, as I said, I'm not going to get into the weeds. There's VIP, navigation, home. I like my appearance. I like it dark. You can turn it back to light. That blinds my eyes. Remember, back to dark. You can change your colors. You can get all pretty about it. Language and region. Make sure your time is for central. Your mark is red. Start me where I left off. This is important. Start me at the newest message. Start me at the newest message, but leave unseen messages unread. As I said, if you really want to, this is Slack 101. I don't want to spend hours just talking about your settings. If you run into hurdles, come into Zoom. We will end up walking you through all of this. If you do break something, it's impossible. We'll walk it back and figure it out. So if you do anything today, click on your profile and your preferences. Please do not set yourself as away. I used to do that. Like, I'd go on lunch break and I'd put myself on away. I'm never going to remember to come back and click all my buttons to come back, and you will turn off your notifications. You can pause your notifications. So like, as I'm doing this presentation, I can come in and turn it off for 1 hour. Well, if I'm going to do a presentation, I turn off all notifications from my phone and my computer. Pause all except for VIPs. This is why Nate does it, so that he knows all his bigwigs are getting through to him. You can change your actual status. Mine changes because I've connected my calendar. It says I'm in a meeting because I am, but you can always change this. Remove status filter here. Have fun with that. But the big thing is Slack etiquette. Once we've got all of our settings adjusted to your preferences, I'm never going to hold your feet to the fire. And if you want all notifications off at all times, feel free. But you have to do yourself your own favor and check Slack at least two to three times a day. When you wake up, midday, and before you go to bed, highly recommended. If you are if you are a like high achieving, mass producing kind of, real estate is what you eat, sleep, and breathe, please have this on. This is your lifeblood. Then when it comes to etiquette, all of us are very bubbly and kind, and we're all about emojis. That's welcome here. Use your emojis, use your GIFs, or GIFs. I'm sorry, I said it wrong, Sandy. Your GIFs or your GIFs. If you want to play with that, let's come into here. I'm going to use my priorities. We'll get into the channels in a second, but if you're using your messaging down here on the bottom left-hand corner, if you type anything, you can then add a little emoji here, like SOS, need help. This can be a fun reminder. I'm a color-coded human, so I like to put in emojis. If I respond to somebody, I like to add emojis like happy or checkbox, done, gotcha, aye, sir. But here, when you get into your messages, there are messages, files, pins, other things that you can add up here. You can add canvases. So you've got canvases, lists, workflow, folders, links. Like a folder could be where I wanted to add specific documents. One thing I learned today, we'll get to that in a second, backtrack. But say I want to add a list, because I'm a list person, and I want to just create a new one. You can just come down here, create a new list. And now it's untitled up here. You can name it, to-do list. You could date it if this is a very specific thing you need to do that day. You can do anything you want with your lists. Use it as a priority sheet. My pins, anything that, like, this is super important to me, so I pinned it to my channel. If you want to learn how to pin, Let's go to water cooler. These are your channels, as I said before, but water cooler over here, I want to pin tomorrow Slack 101 training. If you come to your triple button menu over here, you've got a whole laundry list of things you can do. This is really like the bee's knees is this little triple button menu, but pin to channel. Now, anytime in 3 months, 3 years, 30 years, I want to come back to this channel, I go to my pins, they're all here. Boom. Let's go back. All right, taking it back 17 steps. Top left-hand corner where it says My Rico. You've got workspaces that you're a part of. You may only be in 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. That's totally okay. Most important is your agent portal, studio, support, and transactions only. I leave these all open at all times because that works for my brain. Some people need to compartmentalize and they're like, I'm working on my transactions and that's all I want to see. Cool. Then you're going to come down to this part. You're going to click that little button. Takes you only to the channels that correlate to transactions. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. If you're like, oh, I can't find my support channel, it's because you're in transactions. Come back to here and go to support. Boom. Support section. This here gives everybody's, I've organized mine, so mine looks very different than yours, which is totally okay. But all of our supports are here. If this is your home base, when in doubt, if you have a 911, you don't want to jump into Zoom because you know we're here, we're gonna check it. I'm gonna use Emily as an example because she's here today. Testing, testing, testing. That just not got notified to 6 people, excuse me, 5 other people. You can see up here who is a part of, oh, Emily checked it. Yep, so Emily gave me a little check mark. She came over here. When you're hovering over a message that's been sent, you can have a quick emoji response, which these are my 3 go-tos. I either love it, I did it, or woohoo, I'm excited. You can always come in and change your emoji reaction. Be like, ugh. Woman face, I didn't mean to do that again. What do we got here? We got Sandy Lynn, she gave me a smile. So this lets me know who read it as well. But up here we can see who was a part of this channel. We've got me, Emily, Holly, Lady Lee, Nate, and Sandy. We can also go to huddle. If I want to call everybody and I want to get us all into a meeting because it's 911, I need help, I can huddle it. When I click this, I can start that huddle. Everybody just got a notification that there's a huddle happening. I'm going to close it here, and down here is our little huddle. People will jump in and we can chitty chat, we can share screens, we can get down to the nitty gritty. This is not primarily how we use help, but I have had people jump in and surprise me. Alicia's come in and been like, hey, Annie, let's huddle. I'm like, I'm in Zoom, but this is another avenue. You can make it bigger. You can put it in a separate screen. As I said, you can share screens, and it has a pretty little song. So we're going to close that window. Little jazzy jazz, and we're going to leave. But just remember, your support channel is your home base for help. When in doubt as well, if you don't want everybody to see it and it's just for a specific person, you can do @me, this is the biggest thing, is tagging somebody @Holly, @Sandy, @Nate. You can do any specific person. If you want all of us to see it and you're like, I need all of you to see it, and instead of typing all the names out, you can do @staff. Boom. Oop, not Texas. I want Texas. @staff. And I'm going to choose my Rico support staff. Boom. Type, I need help because blah, 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 blah. Send it. Boom. Then we're going to go to organizing. As I said before, I love all my workspaces open. My brain just tracks better. That was overwhelming for many people. And so Lady, Nate, myself, we've all really honed in on creating sections for our channels because there's a lot going on and I don't want to search all the time, but this is your best friend up here. If you're looking for a specific channel, like let me use Lee. So Ridge, I know, is a new channel that just got created yesterday. It's a private channel. I can search in that channel. I can open this up in a new window, or I can just click this and it's going to automatically, boom, all of our chatting back and forth is in here. What's beautiful is when a channel is created, specifically a transaction channel, there's some pretty little buttons, little pink buttons down here, sometimes green, start my paperwork, pending contract. These are all your best friends. If you do not know how to utilize them, that's going to be next week as well. We're going to get a little further into it, but I do want to point out Emily is the queen of, I said, are these items included in this listing? I'm her transaction coordinator. And so instead of chatting back specifically, she went to a direct reply. Instead of having Anne, Emily, she gave me a direct reply by coming up here. Next to that pretty little emoji is reply to this thread. So this specific thread, I click it, it's going to open in a sidebar. Boom, yes, all appliances are included. I gave it a little heart, let her know that I saw it. Cool, thank you. I was like, oh, I got more questions. So boom, we went back and forth, back and forth. She was quick. I didn't even have to tag her at this point because she was aware that we're going to be going through quite a few different questions. But if you're not getting a reply, sometimes I'll throw in just like an @Emily. Just doesn't say anything. It's kind of just a reminder, come back to your channel and look at it. Forwarding messages. This is huge if you've got multiple channels that need one bit of information. Instead of having to copy and paste or try and remember what it said, I am going to forward, and you can choose whichever channel you've got availability to. So I'm going to put this in priorities because I know it's a safe channel. That's for me. I'm going to forward it. I can leave myself a little note, reminder that picks are scheduled for Monday. Boom, sent. Now, whenever you get a new notification, it's going to highlight that channel white. I tend to open stuff and get distracted. This is going to be your best friend. If you do not want to forget something you're doing, there's two ways to remember. There's going to be save for later, and I'll show you how to look those up, or what works best for me is to right click, mark as unread. And you'll see here, there's little shortcuts. So you can do Command U, if I want to save for later, Command A. I'm just not a keyboard shortcut person at the moment with Notion. I will get into that more next week. If you're a shortcut person, we've got a whole chart that we're going to share with you. But I'm going to mark this unread. That way, see how it turned my highlighted white? As I'm going through my day and I've got all these channels I'm looking at, kind of like, oh, what did I have to do? Okay, cool. Boom. Reminder. Yes, I do have to remember that was on Monday. Maybe put it on my calendar. Now, for organizational purposes, highly recommend going through your unreads when you come in, going through your threads. So I don't think I have any threads really per se that aren't read. So yeah, anything that Emily was responding to me to that was in that side panel now is up here. I don't really use this section that much, I guess. I just am in channels. Do whatever works for you. Any huddles. You can see where I was in specific huddles, drafts and sent, but now starred. A majority of you, if you have not created sections, are going to see your channels like this. It's going to say channels. It's going to have all these down here, and say you want to organize them pretty. So they're quick and easy access because they're stuff that you use all the time. So Ann Aids Pay. I like my money. So I'm going to right click it. And I am going to move my channel. If you don't know where to move it to at first, I would start with your starred. Starred means most important. Priorities, get in there. It's always going to be at the top of your list. And so this is a section. If you want to create a new section, which highly recommend, it will take about 5-10 minutes to create your sections. I'll help you with it. because it is the bee's knees. Like I've got my priorities section, my TC program. I have to have these top of mind, so they're on the top of my list. And then all of my other channels I've got broken down into sections. My support channels are important. So all of you guys, as you have requests, boom, I might even move that. But I'm going to move my and aids to where it went. Then, let's see here. Yeah, it went to support. Well, I didn't want it there. Shoot. Well, I can also just drag and drop it. So I'm going to drag my channel, scoot all the way up to my starred channels. That's where I really wanted it. And alphabetize it for you. And then, oops, I didn't mean to do that. I don't really want it there. So I'm going to right click it, move channel, remove from starred. If it's out of starred, it goes back to your channel list. So announcements are going to go down to my channels down here. So as I said, this can seem daunting for some people. If you're not an organized like kind of person and you just want to see your list in alphabetical order at all times, leave it, don't change it. This has been life-changing for me because then you can minimize my sections. And then when something does get sent, like Nate, will you send me a support message to Emily? Or Emily put something as support. This is going to highlight white to let me know I need to open this section. But all the rest of these, I can minimize for convenience. All right, so support got highlighted white. I can actually click on this button over here, and I can see on the triple button menu any of my unread channels, or I can just come in and click the whole support section, and it's in here. By keyword, user date. Now we're going to keep using you, Emily, as an example. Thank you, Nate. Within a search, I don't want to search the whole category of knowledge and information. I want to just see for this channel. So instead of doing a broad search up top, go to your triple button menu on the very top right hand corner and search in channel. This is a life changing. Super helpful. So say I want to search in channel. It's going to pull up that naming convention for that channel, and I want to search photo. When I hit enter, anything in that channel that pertains to a channel or to a photo is here. If I'm like, oh, that's not the right thing, maybe I backtrack my pics because I do interchange that. So here's a lot of that information to be able to find. Now on to setting some more ease of use for y'all. So let me close up some of these so it's minimized. On the left-hand side here, this, I think, Nate, you live on this side, right? This is kind of your home base. Is that correct? Sorry to throw you.
No, I do that. Yeah, that's really good for when I save things for later. If I have a quick DM, it just kind of organizes it a little bit for my brain. Like when you have 6 activities, like I'd click that and it shows you all of your activities.
Yep.
I hate notifications, so if I see a notification, I'm clicking on it. I'm trying to get rid of it.
Yeah. And you're right. The activity page is underutilized. You can go to your mentions, anything that said my name. Boom. Oh, I can't remember where to find it. I don't know who sent it. Go to your activity, mentions. This right here is gold for me. Then later, again, I can't live without this. When I'm in different things here, so can you please add a parcel? Boom. I did this yesterday. I forgot to check it off. It feels real good to do. It's a brain, what do you call that? Serotonin booster, you guys? You always call it? Yeah. It feels good to check off your list. So please sign the CDA and
Dopamine hit.
Dopamine. Yes. But this, when in doubt, play with these. You can actually change these around and you can add more items like files. You can browse your channels if you want to add that. come over here. You can specifically go through. I feel like this is excessive for me because they're all right here. When you're at home, you can just check them. And I'm like, oh, I can't remember. Is it a buyer or a seller? Because I have these broken down: buyer leads, buyer active, buyer pending. And I would recommend that you do the same if you're an agent. You've got your leads, active, pending for your listings. You're like, oh, I can't remember. Is it, I know that Weir has a couple of channels. So they're a buyer and a seller in a dual. So I can look that up really quick. I can look up all of their documents that have been uploaded, their files. I used to nag on Sandy and Holly. I'm like, I don't like the search. I don't think it's great. Well, play with it. When in doubt, play with it. You cannot break it. It's just helpful to be able to find stuff. And then down here, you can create new as well. You can create a new message too. That's a direct message. Say I want to message anyone directly, which I don't use DMs because we've got channels for everything. That's the idea, is a channel is the communication tool. There are no secrets, there's no reason, and we want accountability. But if you absolutely must DM somebody, you can do that. So message, DM, and I can do, say, Sandy Lynn. And then boom, I'm not going to leave that open because I don't know what we talked about.
I know you're making me nervous, Anne.
And I'm like, oh, let's show that. But as I said, I don't DM for a reason. I feel like everything has a channel for a reason. You will not see a majority of these, and that's just to keep your life simple. But here, some people have messaged me directly, and that what I'll do is, let me use Nate and I are safe. So here is a piece of information.
I thought you're like, Nate and I are safe.
99% of the time. I want to forward this. Remember, forward, and I want to put this in a specific channel. So, oh gosh, what do we do?
On health or health.
Yes.
Okay.
Health insurance. Boom. Thank you, Sandy. I'm gonna forward it. Boom. It's gonna let me know this was in a DM. You sure you want 4 other people to see this? Yes, I do. Send it. So it saves your tail. So your sidebar, pinning important conversations, favorite channels and messages.
And did you show them how to set up the sections yet? I know you talked about it, but
I did not. Love you. All right. So within your
that's
channel,
my favorite part.
you can create a new channel. Say you want your own channel. You do not have to add a bunch of people to it. You just boom, shakalaka, go to channels, right click, create. So you can create a channel or you can create a section. I'm gonna start with channel just because as an example, channel. And this is super duper important. You're either gonna make it private or you're gonna make it public. Remember which one you're doing. I always start with a blank channel. Just again, how my brain works. So I'm gonna next on my green button here, channel name, whatever you type, it doesn't matter how you do it. It does word dash word dash word. There's no way around it. So Anne is amazing and beautiful. Don't ask me why. That's public because I think everybody should know that. I'm going to create it.
And that's an affirmation, just so you know.
God damn it. You're right. And here's where I can add specific people. If I leave this public, you won't just see it. You have to search for it. But if I want to specifically add somebody, so say I want to add Sandy, boom, I want to add Emily, whoop, 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 Emily. I can add anybody in our group. You can add external people. We're not going to cross that bridge at this moment. But I won't actually add. Oh, I didn't mean to add Emily. Let me close these. Boom. So I'm just going to close here. And now I have a whole new channel. This is also super duper important. People are constantly like, how do I make a specific email for a specific channel? Because I want to grab any emails that are getting sent to me and just pop them into my channel. I don't want to copy.
I hate to interrupt you, Anne, but let's just save some of it for Slack 102.
Sorry, I thought that was 101. I love it.
Yeah,
I'm not going to cross that
off time.
I like it. 10:30.
I do have some closing remarks, though. First of all,
give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. I want to check sections and I'll be done.
Okay.
So channels. Again, made a channel. Create section. So this is where you can name your sections. And I'm, again, a major proponent of Testing, using an emoji, color coding it. And you can search your emojis. Test, I don't know.
That's too.
Oh, it is a test tube. Create, boom. Now it's going to be above my channels at the bottom of my list here. And I can add, say I want to move my messages with Nate to that section. You can put DMs here, or you can put channels here. All right, all finished.
You did amazing. This was an incredible training. Erin asked if it was recorded because she was worried she was gonna miss some, or if you are watching this and you wanted to rewatch it, yes, it absolutely is being recorded. So don't worry. We are going to do a part 2 next week, and we'll do like a slight review and then continue forward next week to more advanced options. So bring your questions if you have any. And I kind of wanted to just explain another reason why Slack is so important. When I first started using Slack, I specifically remember it was in 2020, and I only wanted to communicate with my virtual assistant. I think it was like in Facebook Messenger, and I'm just like, I did not want to use this crazy app. Okay, it looked scary, it looked crazy. I didn't want to be forced into it. I'm a rebel. And my VA ended up easing me into it, because when we were talking back and forth, every time we started conversating about a certain project, she would start a channel with the name of that project. And I was like, oh, okay, now I'm understanding it. So if you just look at every single one of those hashtags or those locks, the lock is the private, the hashtag is a public channel, as a subject of conversation, you're going to be just fine. Every transaction, that's your subject. And that's the beautiful part. You don't have to be like, which transaction are we talking about? It's automatically, you're inside, and you have that whole audit trail already, if anything you ever needed to pull. So I just wanted to give that insight as well. This really is an amazing, powerful tool.
Hey, Sandy, I just want to thank you for just saying that to me, because I think I'm the one that's struggling, I believe, the most. But that right there that you just said in just moments kind of clears a lot of things up and opens my eyes a lot better as the whole gist of it, because I'm learning, but like it didn't make sense, but that just resonated and clicked with me. So thank you.
Good. I'm so happy to hear that. Wonderful. All right, Holly, close us out.
All right. Thanks again, Anne, for Slack 101 training. When in doubt, reach out. Messages if you need us. We are here for you. We all started this morning with a blank slate at 0. So make sure you go talk to a buyer, a seller, or an agent today. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Erin.
We're trying to figuring out how to leave so I could get out of your guys' hair today, but give me a second.
I'm reading the messages.
There we go. Bye, guys. Thanks, Anne.
Bye. See ya.
Thanks, Erin.
Bye, Aaron.
Bye, Nate. Bye, Holly. Bye, Sandy.
Bye.